now we should be up and going. Chili from Otown, welcome guys. Just give y'all a quick little notification that David turned over the what am I trying to say? David turned over the Instagram and the Twitter account for Craps Nation, and okay. So this is what I'm trying to say, guys. David, same bit, had opened up an Instagram and a Twitter account for the Craps Nation. He's been unable to find enough time to devote to those two platforms, so he has turned those over. He has asked me if I could have time maybe to manage them. So I told him I'd give it a try. Yeah. So I was able to get into the Instagram yesterday. So I'm going to be adding some things to the Instagram, and I haven't got into the Twitter account yet, but I'll be adding some things to the Instagram and to the Twitter account. But it'll be up under Craps Nation. But what I'll do, I'll go in and I'll find everybody in our Craps Nation chat group, and I'll be adding those into our following those and doing things for those people. So yeah. So if you have Instagram and you have Twitter, if you will, go ahead and start looking for the Craps Nation profile on Twitter and Instagram. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get into a little practice today. I am trying to determine if I should actually go off to the live casino. I've been in a slump this week. So just wanted to get me a little practice session in and see how I'm doing. I've got my $1,000 bankroll right here. 100, 200 plus 5 is 7, and 3 black chips. That makes $1,000 bankroll. So I'm just going to do the 10-10-10 on ATS, and I'm going to do a $10 pass line. Yeah, so that's how I'm going to get started. I'll be tracking it in the tracker that's on the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to be starting out with a 3-2-3-6 dice set. So here we go. Let's route. 1, 2, 3. All right, we got a 4, 6, 10. Come out 10. Point is a 10. All right, so our point's a 10. We'll go ahead and put that into the roll input. So we have a 10. All right, so our point's a 10. I'm going to do my hop utilization bets where I'm only hopping I'm only place betting 5 and 9 for 50 each, and I'm hopping all 6s and 8s for 30 each. This is covering the inside numbers. I'm not going to move to the outside unless maybe I can get a hop bet or two made. Then I'll move to the outside. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. And we got a 3-6-9. 3-6-9. So we hit a 9. That's a $50 place bet on the 9. It pays 70. So we're going to re-up our $30 hop. So we're just going to collect 40. We're going to collect 40. There's the 40. And what I'll do, I'm going to go ahead and, for the 40, I'm going to go ahead and buy the 4. I'm going to put odds for the other 15. This is $40. I'm going to buy the 4 for a quarter. I'm going to put the 15 in odds on the 10. That was just the winnings, the first hit. All right, right, here we go, dice are out. All right, we got a 4, 5, 9. So we have a 4, 5, 9. So we have another 9. So again, this we lose our 30 hops, but our 50 on our 9 pays 70. So we were able to replace our hops and gain another 40. I'm going to go ahead and up the 10 to a quarter instead of the 15. Now I'm finally able to start putting a little money in my rack. So what I'm going to do, well, I don't have to keep up with it separate. 3, 2, 3, 6. I kind of like to know at the beginning of the hand how much money I have invested, so I'll know how much I have pulled out, so I can start, increasing my bets, things of this sort. So from the original, I had 30 on the ATS, and I had a $10 pass, so that's a 40. And then I've got another 50 and 50, so that's 140, and then I put a 30 here. So that's 170 that I invested. Now this quarter and this quarter and this change here is come from the hits. So 170 is what I've got invested on this shooter. So far I've only took 30 out. So I really need to get a hey George, what's going on? Slow down. I didn't see you there. I was thinking on my let me do something for just a moment. Yeah, my backswing could very well be an issue. Let me do something just a moment. Let's see if that helps something. I want to do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely need to do some difference on my backswings. Like I said earlier, I've been in a slump. So I'm trying to see if I've got, trying to move past that slump. 1, 2, 3, 2. All right, we got a 5, 3, 8. 5, 3 is an on axis. That's a single pitch. But we have a nickel hop and an 8s. This quarter's down. This would actually pay 80 and down. But I'm leaving my hops for 6s and 8s up, and I'm racking 50. I'm putting the 8 in the tracker. Okay, I need to do one other thing. I need to do one other thing right here. I was hoping lower release. I was hoping I could refresh that screen a little, but I think it cleared it up some. Yeah, I was wanting to bring this second camera in just a little bit. Lower release. So lower release as far as the trajectory of the dice, is that what you're referring to? I think that's what you mean when you say lower release. That was a very high release. That was very high. We have a 146, 145. Let me input that. 145. Okay. So yeah, that was a very high release. I felt that when I let it go. So here's the same scenario. We have a $50 place bet. It pays 70, but we're replacing our 6s and 8s on hops. This works out if I can get, yeah, I let them go really high that time. This hop bet works out for me better if I can get my dice on axis. It pays good, especially when you start, if you can get them to start hitting the hard 6s and the hard 4s. I mean the hard 6s and hard 8s. Dice her out. 1, 2, 3. All right, this time we got a 5-5 hard 10. So we've made the point. We lose the hot bits. And George, since you are here, now you notice on the top of the screen, this is probably an issue I will share with you in another. I might have lost. Did I lose connection? Maybe not. It says I'm still live. Okay, so if you notice on the top of the screen, it did pick up the hardway 10. It's got the line underneath. Now, I'll try to explain this. On the sheets that you share with me, the inputs do right. They show the lines underneath the numbers. But if I put a hard 4 in or a hard 6 in, it doesn't show up on my OBS unless that's either in the green text or in the made point text where it's got the green field background. I don't know if that's making sense. I might have to show you that in a different way. So we did make the 10. So let's go ahead and pay the front line, and it pays 2 for 1 on the back, and the pump goes off, and let's see, yeah, we're good to go. So yeah, if we have the, as I mentioned prior, if I'm hitting, so from this shooter I had there's 50, there's 150, there's 100 and 150, there's 2, so 205. So from this shooter I initially invested 170. I've got 205 off the board so far, and I still have the board working. I have my ATS going. I have good money on the place bets laid out. Okay, so I thought that was probably the case. So you would have to really, so I'd probably need to go in there and either bold something up or maybe even possibly change the color on it. Maybe. But yeah, so at first I thought it was something maybe in the sheets wasn't bringing in right. Then when I went back and looked at the sheet, everything was functioning properly on the sheet. It just wasn't feeding through to the OBS just right. But it's no worries. I just didn't know if it was something I was doing wrong. But you do kind of already know what I'm speaking of. So all right, so here we go. We're not working any place bets. We're only working the pass line on the come out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. Now that was a low release and a low landing. We have a 459. 459 is the point. 459. Nothing was working on the place bet, so we have we're going to put this 50 in the odds instead of on the place bets, and we're going to put 25 on the 10. We're hopping 6s and 8s because we're using the 3, 2, 3, 6 set. We're hopping all 6s and 8s for a nickel each. Okay, I don't think I put that in. So I didn't put that into the... Alright, so now I put that in. So a new point's in that. Here we go. Dice are out. All right, this time we got a 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. 5 gets paid 70. We take the $30 hops out, so we're able to take 40. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and increase hop bets up to 10 apiece. Hopping off 6s and Let me put that 5 in. Hopping all 6s and all 8s for 10 apiece. Dice her out. We got a hardway 10, 5-5. So the right dice imploded. We got, we lose our 60 here. The quarter over there basically pays 49. Since I don't have any ones, it would pay 50 for 2. Well, I mean, it'd pay 50 for $1, sorry. Since I don't have any ones, I'm just going to pay it like that. I'm going to pay it this way. I'm going to go ahead and increase the 4 and the 10 to 30 each. That way, if they hit, they basically will be taking care of my hot bets on my 6s and 8s. Alright, so here we go. That was a hardway 10. Yeah, that 2-3 come out good. That was the right landing zone, I think, and everything. Slow down just a little more. So come to a pause. I see a lot of times on your backswing you'll come completely to a pause all the way to the back before you go back forward. Dice her out. All right, this time we got a 1-4, 1-4-5. So same case scenario here. We have a $70 winner, but we're going to deduct the 10 for the 6s and 8s, so we're going to collect 10. We're going to collect 10. Yeah, we'll just wrap that 10 up. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice her out. 1, 2, 3. That was a high release again. We have good results. We have an on-axis primary hit was the 6. So this would actually pay, we've got $10 on it. It pays 15 to 1, so it pays us a 150. And that $10 is good. We'd lose that 50. But in order to replenish that, we still get the rack 100. So we had good results. It was just a little higher release. We had a 5-1 results, 5-1, so it was an on-axis primary hit. That's right. Oh, the right dice imploded. No, the right dice exploded and I created a 5-2-7. So that wasn't a terrible. I kind of felt a little better that time. I had over 10 rows. I was able to hit a 6 with a $10 hot bet on it. It was not the hardway 6, but it was a 6, so it netted us some money. So we actually went into a little bit of profits off of that shooter. All right, I'm going back with 10-10-10 on ATS. I'm going back with a $10 pass line. And we are try this again. Three, 2, 3, 6 when I see it. had an explosion of the right dice last time. Alright, we got a 4-4, hard weight 8. This is an on-axis primary hit. This is what we were looking for when we're hopping. That is what we're looking for when we're hopping. Alright, so let's try it again. We're going with the 50-50 on the 5 and 9. We're hopping all 6s and 8s for a nickel each. And that's how we're starting off. We're not doing any other bet, because we've already got 40 invested for the ATS and the pass line, and then we just put another 130 in. So we're hoping to get a couple of hits in this direction before we go to putting. Hey, what's up, North Florida? How you doing out there? Nice route. Alright, we got a 5-1-6. This is an on-axis primary. It would pay 80 and down for the hop bets. We're going to re-up the hops. We're spreading to the 4 and 10 for quarters each buy bets. And we got our $30 hop bets back up. And we're moving along. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the dice set. Dice are up. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got a 1-4-5. 1-4-5. We got a 5 here, a 70. We're going to take our 30 away for our hop, so we're going to rack in 40. And at this point, we'll go ahead and increase our hop bets to 10 each instead of 5 each. So we got our $10 hop bets for all 6s and all 8s. Yeah, I've been trying to find me a way to do these hot bets. Just makes a little bit more sense to me. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. There's a 4-1-5. So this time we have an on-axis single pitch, and it pays 70. We replace our 60 hops. $60 hop, so we get $10 in change. It makes more sense to me if I'm shooting a particular set and I'm getting, you know, decent consistency on staying on axis. It just makes more sense to me, instead of upping the place bets up and up and up. It makes more sense to hopping. To me, it does. Maybe I'm thinking that wrong, and maybe somebody will disagree with that. But to me, you have less money at risk. Yes, I understand these are one row bets. But when they hit, they pay so much better, and you have less money exposed. And this is what I'm saying. If you're hitting, if you have dialed in to where you're getting some consistency on axis, dice are up. 1, 2, 3. This time we got a 5-6 yo. So we have a single. That's actually a double pitch for a yo. So we actually I didn't put the 5 in the time before that, and now I put the yo in. So yeah, so that time it did cost us, because we didn't have anything working on the yos. I mean, we've got all numbers covered. Well, we don't have any of the extremes covered, but we have the floor. So that's just the break that we have to face that is a single. That is an on axis. It's just a double pitch. So that's not actually ideal for this dice set. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. This time we got a 1, 4, 5, a 1, 4. So our left dice imploded this time. 1, 4, 5. But the 5, $50 place bet takes care of the hops and nets us a $10 rack money. So, and like I said, this has, in order for this to work, you have to be hitting consistently on axis. Not so much saying I'm doing that, so I'm just trying, practicing it that way. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And this time we got a 2, 3, 5. So we have an on axis single pitch. Again, we got the 5. So, you know, maybe these single pitches, they're taking care of the hot bet, and we're actually gaining $10 for every hit. Just takes a while to do it that way, but if we can start getting some hard way 6s and 8s, we'll sure enough start racking up some profits then. That'll be an on axis primary hit with the hard 6 and hard 8. We'll see sure enough good profits at that point. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And there's a hard 4. Now that doesn't net us enough to cover our hops, but it does net us basically $50. Actually 49. So we have to drop the dealer $1. Well, it's going to net us 49, so we're just going to give the dealer 11. And that'll put our hops back up. Now the ideal of what I'm trying to accomplish with this 3, 2, 3, 6 is to hit some of the inside numbers and then move over with this set to the cross 6s to try to pick off the extremes to complete the ATSs. So what I'm doing with the hop betting is allowing myself to give myself less money on the board, but pays bigger for when the hot bets come. So I'm going to go ahead and run the 3, 2, 3, 6 again. On the small, I'm only needing the extremes, so I probably should go ahead and swap over. But I'm really needing to net a 6 or 8 one more time as far as these hot bets are concerned, to try to get some money back out of those couple of yos and hard 4s and things like that. 1, 2, 3. And this time we got a 1, 3, 4. The dice kind of hit and just took a wild bounce. But we have a 4 again. So it's the same scenario. So we have to drop the dealer 11 to put those up. I don't know why that didn't go in. What did I do wrong? Okay, so now I see. So I put the 11 back up. I'm going to try this once more because I really, like I said, I really need. I've got 10 on those. I've got 10 on those hard hopping 6s and 8s. And it's back up, so dice are out. 1, 2, 3. We got aces this time. This is definitely not really. This is definitely off axis. The left dice imploded. It cost us 60 because we have nothing working to help on those hops. But we will re-up those one more time. I'm going to re-up those hops again for the 60. The ATS might take care of itself on the small side without me even having to change dice sets. But I was just discussing this with George yesterday. We really don't want to see these off-axis numbers filling our ATS board in. It's not what we're trying to accomplish. Well, there's a 3. So that actually isn't on axis hit, it's just a double pitch. So we did actually hit the small right there without having to change dice sets. We lost our 60 again, but it's really, so we've got 10 on it. This table actually pays $335.41, so it pays $350. So it did, the aces came off axis. The 3 came on axis. So, you know, if it came on axis, then I guess it's okay, but I still need a 9 and a 10 and a 12, so I'm going to stay with my 3-2 for a moment longer, but I'm going to hop those again for 10 each. So I'm going to stay with this dice set and try to pick off some of these top numbers on the top or on the high side, and then move over into another dice set if I'm able to pick off some of these higher end numbers. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And there's our 4, 6, 10. So we were able to get our 10. Okay, so that's an on axis single pitch. We got our 10, so we're needing a 9 and a 12. Needing a 9 and a 12. All right, our 10 pays, so we have to drop the dealer 11 again to cover the difference in the hops and the win. So in order to combat this now, we're going to go ahead and drop another nickel on the 10 and the 4. That will help that. Should have did that earlier. I didn't think that through too well. But that'll combat losing that 11 as opposed to if a 4 or 10 comes. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. There's a 10 again. So that's a 5-5 hard 10, which is a left dice, right dice implosion. Hard 10. We got 30 on it. It pays 60. So I drop $1, and my 60's back up right here. So 3, 2, 3, 6. I'm looking for a 9 and a 12. Complete a tile. Dice are out. There's a 6. So 2, 4, 6. This is an on axis single pitch. We've got $10 on that particular 6, so it pays $150 and down basically. The 10 is still good for me, and it pays an extra $150. That 10 pays 15 to 1. So I'm going to leave that hopping. I'm going to leave those hops going. That was a 6. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the sit. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And there's our 4, 5, 9. So our right dice imploded off axis. We hit our 9. We've got 50 on it. It pays 70. We're not going to replace our hops this time. So we're just going to rack the 70. We've got our 9. All it needs is 12. So this is where I will change up just a little bit. So I'm going to put my 25 for my odds right here, and I'm going to change up a little bit on my betting styles here because I'm going for a different dice set. So I'm playing the field and I'm playing the horn bets. I'm doing a $20 horn, $15 field. I got the 5, the 6, and the 8. Plus I got my extreme. I got my outsides, which that was the one earlier, but I don't have to leave them up. The 4 and 10 is going to get paid here anyway, but I'm going to leave them up. 6-4, 6-5 on the set. I'm trying to get the 12 to complete the all. So dice are out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and that was not good. The right dice, I think, exploded. We have a 3. So we have a 7. No, actually the right dice imploded. Created a 7. Have not had a lot of implosions today on that right dice. I've had a few. I remember the 5 showing on this right dice a few times. But the very first time I tried, I get the 7. So that didn't turn out good. But I was able to pick out the small. Only needed the 12 to complete the all. So I did decent for that second shooting session, because I think I was at 12 when that started, and I'm at 20. That actual number right there is going to make number 29. So that was actually like a 17 roller, which is not too bad. 2 shooters in. We have an SOR of 14.5. I'm not certain about money-wise. We should be ahead because we hit the small, but we spent a lot of money on. So there's 800 right there. Started with 1,000. So there's 900. So I know I'm up some, but I lost a lot. I've invested a lot on hops because I was hitting a lot of odd and often numbers that wasn't following through with the 6s and 8s like it should. Okay, but let's try it again. We're going to the 10, 10, 10 on ATS, and we're going to a $10 pass line, and we're going back, reverting back to the 3, 2, 3, 6 to try to pick off some of the box numbers with this set. Preferably, we want to try to get some 6s and 8s as we play this set. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright, so this time we got a 5-1-6. This is an on-axis primary hit. Our points are 6. We're going to do, we're going to start this strategy out again like this. Now I'm just kind of trying to get myself familiar with this strategy to a degree, but this strategy can be worked along with place bet, and you can keep increasing those place bets, and you can keep increasing. It just depends on how well or how consistent your own axis throwing is. So I'm hopping all 6s and 8s for a nickel each. I got a $50 5 and a $50 9. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We got aces again. Now that's not good. The left dice imploded. The right dice stayed on axis. We have to re-up our hops. It's not ideal to get these numbers off axis. For one thing, we're not betting for them, and it costs us 30 to hit these off axis numbers. For another thing, you know, it's off axis, so it's a psychological issue. It makes you feel like you got to change and tweak something on your throw. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. So this time we got a 4-1-5. So this is an on-axis single pitch. 415. 5 pays 70. We got 30 there, so we only collect 40. We want to go ahead and get the outsides a little bit on each one. So I'm not dropping anything, I'm just changing that quarter out from my stack. So I can put a quarter, I can put 20 on the 4 and 20 on the 10. That way it does cover a little bit for our hot bets. If we hit a 4 or a 10, we don't have to replace the whole hot bet money. Like I said, this is ideal if you can get on axis. If you can throw on axis, dice it out. 1, 2, 3. That's not on axis. Well, that is on axis, but that's not what we want. It's a double pitch. So we're able to rack nothing in this time. We kept it all on the board, and actually had to up an extra 30 because we hit the aces. So it is on axis, but that's not the on axis kind of hits we want, not the double pitch. So that drives our SOR down. That dropped it way down. It went from 14.5 to 11.0. So that was not really what we was wanting to try to accomplish. All right, so we're gonna try this again. Let's go with those blue and black. We're going with a $10 pass line. 10, 10, 10 ATS, 10, 10, and 10 ATS, and dice her out. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice her out. All right, this time we got a 4. No, we got a 6, 4. We got a 6, 4, 10. So the left dice exploded. 6, 4, 10. Explosion on the left. And we're going to do this again. We're going to take that and we're going to put the 50 on the 5 and the 50 on the 9. We're going to play our hot bets for 5 each. For 6s and 8s. 6s and 8s, hopping 5 each. Dice her out. 1, 2, 3. And 6, 4, 10, back to back. So we lost our hops, but we won our front line, which is not the best trade out. We made our 10. We made our 10, so that was a repeater down to the T. The same explosion on the left dice. So we're not playing anything on the front. We're not playing anything but the front line for the come out roll. Dice are out. 4, 4, hardway 8. Now that's a primary hit. That's what we're trying to hit, is these primary numbers. But we're trying to do it when we have this hop money up. $30 hops. 4, 4, hard 8 that time. We're looking for a repeater this time. 3, 2, 3, 6. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. Then we got a 2, 3, 5. So this is an on-axis single pitch. 50 gets paid 70. We're re-upping 30 of it on there, so we're taking 40 here. And we're putting quarter on the 4, quarter on the 10. So basically that hit was just to pay for the outsides. That hit was just to pay for the outsides. We need to get the we need the on axis. That was on axis. So if we hit on axis, we're going to cover our hot bits. And then if we can get a hard way 6 or a hard way 8, we cover our hot bits really good. Dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. And there's a hard 8. 4-4 primary hit. Hard 8. So we hit our point. We got $5 on the hop. We got $5 on the hop. It pays 30 to 1. So it pays us 150. Pays us 150 and down. So we keep our nickel and it pays us 30 to 1. So it pays us 150. So that's really whenever it does right. It's when you can get them to function in that particular fashion. Alright, so we're able to put that in the rack. We're putting that in the rack and we're putting this in the rack. We're not working any place bets on the come out. And we're on a new point. Or we're on a new come out. So 3, 2, 3, 6 is our set. We're sticking with it. Dice her out. 1, 2, 3. And this time we have a 4, 2. So our right dice exploded. 4, 2, 6 is our new point. Right dice exploded. Insert the 6. We have to re-up our hop bets, but this time instead of going for nickels each, we're going for $10 each. Hopping for $10 each. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice it out. 1, 2, 3. And there's a hard 8. So that's an on axis primary hit. So this is exactly what we want to see. We hopped those 8s for $10. We hopped all 6s and 8s for $10. The hard 8 pays 30 to 1. So 30 times 10, it pays 300. So this is exactly what we wanted to do. It pays 300 and we keep our 10. We lose the rest of the hops. It's no problem. We're re-upping all our hops again for 10 each. I'm supposed to put that in as a hard way. I guess it don't matter. It's not hardly taking. It's not hardly being able to see it anyway. All right, so we've hit a 8 and a 10. We've hit a 5 and a 6. We're staying with this set. We're staying with this move. We're not changing anything right yet. The only thing we could do, we could go ahead and add. We've got 20 on the 4 and 10 already. We can go ahead and make them 35 since we just won that. So these are 2 quarters. Let's I can go ahead and do this way, make them for 35 each. That way it covers, it's enough out there on the 4 and 10 that covers our $10, our $60 hops. Dice it out. 1, 2, 3. We got AC doocy this time. So left dice. So this time we have a drift. AC doocy. That's drift. That's off axis. Both dice are off axis. So we lost our 4 hops this time. So if we go over and look at the board, we still need a 9 and we still need a 4. But other than that, we need extremes. So what we want to do now, the 6 is our point. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave my 4 and my 10 up for quarters each. But I'm going to go ahead and move my some of my money around. I'm gonna put a quarter right here, and I'm gonna put 15 in the field. So basically, I'm not taking any money. Basically, I'm not taking any more money out of my rack to shuffle it around. It's just the way I'm moving it around. So here's a quarter, but I'm only gonna be hopping. I'm only gonna be playing a $20 home run. So I'm gonna take $5 and change. I'm gonna do that. So I just moved money around on the board. I didn't really take anything down. I just moved it around some. So I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the, I got a $20 home run. I got a $15 field. I'm basically playing an iron cross with the horn and the outsides covered also. The outsides are optional because they're actually covered here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and leave them up. And I'm going to the 6-4-6-5 set. Cross sixes. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And there's our 9. We hit a 3-6-9. So we're on axis, single pitch. We hit a 9. We don't have any money on this 9, but we have it in the field. So go ahead and mark our 9. We get 15 in the field. We lose 20 on the horn, so we have to be up $5 to get our horn money back up. So our horn money's back up. Our horn money's back up. Our field money's up. And we are shooting now only for the extremes on the tall. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And that's not the way to do it. So we hit a 6-1 double pitch 7. So we 7'd out, double pitched. We were on axis, we double pitched. Cost us big time. Well, not really, because we did hit the hard 8 with $10 on the hop earlier. So we made 300 when we hit that hard 8. But as a whole, you know, this could or could not be. There's 1,000. So we're only up just a little bit of money. We're not even up $200. But we've had some good opportunities. Oh, I gotta put the 7 in. Put the 7 in, it dropped our SOR back down to 10.8. So dang it. We had built that SOR back up to 14. That 7 out made a 10.8. Altogether, we've had 43 rows. So we're going to give this one more go at it. I'm going to give it one more go at it. So I'm going to do a $10 front line. I'm doing a $30 on the hops. I mean a $30 ATS. So I get back 70 and change. Back 70 and change right here from the $100 chill. It puts 10, 10, and 10 up here. I'm not going to put any place bets out at the moment. I'm only going to be shooting to establish a point. So here we go. Give this one more run through. See if it can produce as it should. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. So this time we got a 6-5 yo. So we have a drift. We have explosion and implosion. We have explosion left, implosion right. We hit a yo. That's a front line winner, but it's off axis, so it's not really ideal for what we're trying to do. Nice round. 1, 2, 3. And this time we got a 5-2. So this time the right dice exploded, created a come out 7, so we win 10. but we have to re-up our 10-10-10 on ATS. So come out 7 was killing us yesterday. We had like 6 or 8 of those. There's another one. So we really don't want to get into throwing a bunch of come out 7s. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set, on the dice set. Dice are up. 1, 2, 3. So this time we got a 3, 6, 9. 3, 6 is an on axis single pitch. Hit a 9. So we're going to go ahead and change it up just a little bit now that we've got a point established. We're going to go right on into the iron cross type move. I got to have some green here. 4 green, 4 black. We're going to go right on into the iron cross type move, which is a quarter here, 30 here, 30 here, 15 in the field, $20 horn. Because we're going to go ahead and use the 6, 4, 6, 5 first. Try to go ahead and get some of these extremes. That way, if we can get the extremes out of our way, we can find ourselves possibly into a hedging opportunity on some of these, on part of these ATSs. 1, 2, 3. And there's AC Doocy. So see that, I think that's 6, 4, 6, 5. We hit an AC Doocy. So this is a single pitch. On axis, single pitch, and that's functioning as it should. Single pitches on these sets, or what your single pitch or primary numbers is what you're basically trying to hit. I mean, it's hard to get a primary hit every single roll. If you can stay on axis and get a single pitch or a primary hit for the majority of the time, you're going to make money with this stuff. There's 15 in the field that we just won. That $5 just won 75. And down, but I don't want to go down, so I'm going to put 20 back up for my horns again, and I'm racking 75. I marked a 3, so I'm staying with this dice set, 6, 4, 6, 5. I want to try to get my 4 extreme numbers, my 2, 3, 11, 12. Actually, I've already got the yellow, so I don't have to try to hit for it again. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And this time we have not so good a luck. 5, 2, 7. So my dice trajectory was really low, and they rolled into the back. They rolled all over. So let's see what happened. 6, 4, 6, 5. So the right dice stayed on axis, but the left dice looks like it exploded. Yep. So the right dice exploded to create a 5. The left dice stayed on axis. So the 6, 4, 6, 5 left dice exploded, right dice stayed on axis, created a 7, lost all the way out. Now that was a lot quicker than I expected, so I am not going to stop right there. I am going to do one more roll. I was thinking I could get 12 or 14 rows. I thought I could go a little deeper than that. Could not. So center that 7. Let's do this once more. 10, 10, 10 on ATS, $10 pass line. We'll go a little deeper with this. That brought our SRO down to below 10 now. So let's go right here with these two. We're coming out with a 3, 2, 3, 6. We want to establish a point. I don't like shooting the cross 6s on the come out generally, unless I'm already into the hand and I've already been able to swap over to the cross 6s. 1, 2, 3. So this time we got an AC Doocy. Left dice imploded, right dice exploded. So we have a drift, AC Doocy drift. So it cost us $10 on the front line. Mark the 3. the tracker. Try this again. We had a drift. Both dice were off axis. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 5. So we have an on axis single pitch here. 2, 3, 5. Our points are 5. We're going to go ahead and go with our, since we got our point established, we're going to do what we was doing earlier, the iron cross. But we basically only have to put 20 on the back, because it's going to pay on the back, it's going to pay 3 for every 2. So these 20 will get paid 30. We got to put a $15 field and a $20 horn. So that's $35. So let me put, that's that. That's that. So we got our horn, we got our field, we got, oh, I ain't got all our money up. We need 5 more red. 5 more red for this quarter. We've got our 6 and 8 for 30 each. We've got our field, we've got our horns. And here we go, we're doing a 6, 4, 6, 5. Did I put my 5 in? Okay, I put my 5 in. 6, 4, 6, 5. Let's see if we can't get something better going than what happened on the last throw. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. We got a 4, 5, 9. 6, 4, 6, 5 produced a 4, 5, 9. This is an on axis primary hit. The thing is, we got 15 in the field, so it's going to pay 15. But we got 20 on the horn, so we're going to have to drop a nickel to go back up with our horns. But this is okay, because if we can net these extreme numbers, and then we can move over to the other set, that means we're going to have a hedging opportunity. And if we can hit some of these extreme numbers with this dice set, we're going to get paid both ways. We're going to get paid from the field and from the horn. So dice are out. 1, 2, 3. There's a 1, 5, 6. 6, 4, 6, 5 is a on axis. That's actually a double pitch. No, it's a single pitch. Single pitch. That's an actual single pitch. On axis hit. So this 30 pays 35, 15 of it goes here, 20 of it goes there. So well, we don't have to move money around. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This is not what we want. This is a double pitch again. Double pitch. So we're just now, we've actually probably shot too much now, and then we got frustrated with it. Everything's going wrong. Our SOR is going down. So I'm just going to go ahead and, SOR is 8.8. So we've got $910. So we're after 53 rows, we're $90 in total. Let's look over at the. Let's look over at this sheet here. So we've had 6, 7 outs. So 6 sessions into it. So we've had 6 sessions, and and we're $90 down after 6 sessions. We've had a lot of good opportunities. The 5 is actually the most dominant. It's way up as dominant. The 9 and the 10 kind of follow along, followed by the 6 and then the 8. But it's hard to kind of explain. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and take 200. Let's change them for 200 worth of green. Let's go ahead and change one more 100 for red. There's the red. There's that. So let's go ahead and change that over like this. Let's give it one more go at it. There's $30 for the ATS, 10, 10, and 10. There's a $10 pass line. Let's go ahead and go with it. We're going right there. 3, 2, 3, 6 on our set. Coming out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice right. 1, 2, 3. All right, we got a hardware 8 primary. That's a primary hit. So that's what we want to hit. We're wanting primary numbers. All right, let me get over here. All right, so our new point's at 8. We'll go back to this for a moment. 5, 9, hopping 6 and 8s for 5 each. Let's see if we can hit some of these. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Let's see if we can hit some of these hot bits. That's right. 1, 2, 3. 6, 6, 12. Now the left dice exploded to create a 6. It was a 6, 6. It was 6, 6, 12. It was a 12. Might be our first 12 all day. I can't really remember. I don't remember hitting any more. We lost our $30 on our hops. We're going to re-up those. We're going with the 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice right out. 1, 2, 3. This time we got a 6, 3, 9. So we do get paid this time. We got 50 to pay 70, but we leave our $30 hop, so we get 40. So I'm going to take it in all reds, because I'm going to put 20 of it there and 20 of it there. We mark our 9. Wait a minute, that was our 9. That was our point made. Okay, so our point. Wait a minute now, what is our point? Oh, our point's 8. What am I thinking? Okay, our point's 8. Point's 8. We just hit the 9. We got $30 on the hops. We're going to 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice her out. 1, 2, 3. And we hit a 3. We hit a 1, 3, 4. So our left dice imploded. 1, 3. We got 20 on it. So it pays us $44. So it pays us, actually pays us 39. We have to re-up 30 there. So we get back 9. We get a $9 in return. So that 20 pays 39. All right. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. 5, 3, 8. 5, 3 is an on axis single pitch. We got a nickel on it, so it pays 75 and down. Actually, it pays 80 and down, excuse me. We leave our $30 hops up. Mark us an 8. Oh, that was our points that time. So we don't have to leave those up. So now, it pays 10 on the front line. Our pump goes off. We're not working any come outs. So that's why it does pay 80 and down. So 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 4, 2, 6. So the left dice exploded. Our new point's a 6. We want 6 here. And we need a 10 and 11. We need a 5, 2, and 3. So let me change this up. Instead of me hopping these, I'm not going to hop those. I'm going to change my board up now. I'm going to go to this method here. I'm going to put a quarter on the 6. I'm just going to leave 15 on the 5 and put 30 there. I'm going to leave a quarter. I'm going to leave 15 on the 10. I'm going to leave 15 on the 4. And I'm going to, actually I'm only going to put 20 of this quarter. I'm only going to put 20 of it on the 6. Now I've got my $35. So I'm going to put 15 in the field and my $20 horn bets. I've got odds on the 6. I've got a $25 5. I've got a $30 8. I've got 15 on the extremes, or not the extremes, but the 4 and the 10. I'm going with the 6 4, 6 5. I'm shooting to try to capture those 3 extremes that I still need. Dice route. 1, 2, 3. There's a 2 4 6. So 6 4. The left dice imploded. Actually, the right dice imploded also. 6 4 6 5. Actually, it was a drift. Implosion, explosion. So our result was a 6. 2 4 6. So we made our point. We lost our horns. We lost our field. We made our front line 10. And this gets paid 6 for every 5, so this gets paid 24. So it gets paid a quarter for $1. Alright, so that's how that works. We're not working any come outs. We are going back with the 3 2 3 6 to establish our point. 3 2 3 6 on the set. On the come out. Dice route. 2 3. 6 2 8. So this is an explosion of both dice. 6 2 8. We have a new point. It's an 8. So we're going to move that 30 to the 6. We're going to put $20 in the odds on the 8. Our new point is an 8. So we're going back to our 6 4 6 5 now because we're still wanting to get these extreme numbers. But we have to put our 15 on our field, our 20 on our horns. So we're up, cross 6s. Dice route. 1 2 3. And we got a 2 4 6. So again, we have a drift. We hit a 6 again. We cross 6s. That's a drift. That 30 pays 35. We recover our 6s. I mean, we recovered. We are same betting our field and our home. Cross 6s. Dice route. 1 2 3. This time we got a 6 2 6 2. So this is a single pitch 8. Made our point. So again, it pays 10 on the front and 24 on the back, which is basically for $1 it pays 35 total, which covers basically covers our horns. It covers our horns and our field, and we get to rack this money. So I'm just going to put this 35 back in the bankroll. Our horns and our field is up. Our puck is off. Our place bets are off. But our horns and our field is working. Horn and field is working. We're using the 6-4, 6-5 for the come out. Horn and fields are working. Place bets are off. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And this time we got a 6-3. So we have an implosion on the right dice. We have a 9. So our field gets paid 15. Our points are 9. Our field gets paid 15. We lose our horns, so we have to drop a nickel to get our horns back up. This back up. We have to get our money up on an 8. So that we can have we have everything covered now. The only thing, yeah, we have everything covered now. Every number's covered. So we hit a 9, so our new point's a 9. So we're still looking for a 10, 11, a 2, 3, and 5 to complete any type of. We're still shooting for this extreme with the cross 6s. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And we have a 4-1-5. So this is an on-axis single pitch. 4-1-5. We got 25 on it. It pays 35. So we're going to reinvest. We're going to recut. We're going to same bet our field and homer. Dice are up. 1, 2, 3. This time we got a 2-4, 2-4-6. We got 30 on it, so it covers our 30 pays 35, so it covers our horn and our fields. That was an implosion. That was actually a drift again. It's actually a drift of the dice. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. Aces. Aces, aces. So this is an on-axis primary hit. So now it finally functioned as it should. So what that does, that pays in the field, it actually pays double in the field. So it pays 30 in the field because I got 15 bet. And this nickel gets paid 30 to 1. So that nickel gets 150. And the nickel. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to a $40 field. No. Not a $40 field. I'm just going to stay what I'm doing. $20 horn and rack the rest. $20 horn, rack the rest. I marked the aces, so now I still need a 3. Only need a 3 now. Wow. Only need a 3 to complete a small. So 6-4, 6-5 is the dice set. The 3 can come from this set on a single pitch. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. And we had a 3-2-5. 3-2, so 6-4, 6-5. We have actually we have an on-axis primary hit right there, 5. That's an on-axis primary hit. The 25 on the 5 covers our horn and covers our field, so we're good there. We don't have to reinvest. 6, 4, 6, 5, cross sixes. We're still trying to hit the 3, and along the way we would like to hit the midnight. Dice her out. 1, 2, 3. And there's our yoke. So 6, 4, 6, 5, single pitch. We hit our yoke. It don't pay as good as the 2 or the midnight pays, but it pays 15 in the field and it pays 75. It actually pays 80 and down on the horn. So we'd replace our horn. Our field's still up. We racked 75. We notched another number on our tall. We've notched another number on our small. We only need a 10 to complete a tall. So we have a great hedging opportunity right here. So why not pull that 15 down? Go ahead and go ahead and place bet. Let's say 200. That guarantees us. Let's go ahead and do 250. Now let's just do 200. We're going to lay the 10 for 200. That way we've guaranteed locking up a profit. We've guaranteed locking up some type of profit because all we need is a 10. If we hit the 10, we're going to get 35 for 1. We've got $10 bet, so we're going to get 350. We're going to lose this 200, so we're going to make 150. But if we hit the 7, we're going to get 100 for this 200 lay. So, you know, that's the opportunity we have. So we're going to take advantage of it. 6, 4, 6, 5. We're looking for a 3. We're looking for a 10. Our points are 9. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. There's a 1, 3, 4. So we have an implosion on the right. Implosion on the right. 1, 3, 4. We've got 15 on it, so it pays us 27 right there. And it pays us 15 right there. So in order to re-up our we lose our horns. So we're going to put that back up. Horns are back up. Mark the 4. 4 is marked. 6, 4, 6, 5. This is the set we're using. Trying to hit a 9. Trying to hit a 3. Trying to hit a 10. Dice are up. 1, 2, 3. There's a 10. So 6, 4, 6, 5. The right dice actually exploded. So we did hit the 10. We lost our 200 lay. We lost our horn. We won in the field. And we get paid $3.50 for the tall. We got $10 up. It's 35, 4, 1, so we get paid $3.50. So there's how we do that. All right, so now we have to re-up our. Now what we're going to do? We're going to re-up our horn. We're going to go ahead and move our 4 up to a quarter. And our 10 up to a quarter. We're re-upping our horns. We are now needing only the 3. We are now needing only the 3 to complete the all. There's no way for an opportunity to hedge that. So we just have to shoot for it. So we're going to stay with the cross sixes. As Ace, I think, said, the chili horn hops. That's what we're doing here. We're doing the cross sixes with the iron cross. Dice are out. All right, we hit a 268. So the left dice imploded. The right dice stayed on axis. 268. Implosion left. Got 30 on the 8, so it's basically it pays for the field and the horns. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Same thing. 268. Implosion on the left again. So another 8. So we mark it there. The bets go down, they come up, the dealer will make all those moves, they'll pay you here, and you just tell them the same bet, so they'll take that down. They'll take these down, they'll pay you there, they'll put those back up. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This time we get a hardway 6. It pays the same thing. That time we just have an implosion on the right dice. The left dice stayed on axis, but the right dice actually imploded. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 3. So there it is. Boom. There's the small. There is the small. Now why does it say, okay, so the tall's unplayed, it says all and small wins. So boom, 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 ding, 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 ding. So if we were at the table right now, if you was at the table right now, you could run loops, you could run circles around the table, you could jump up and down and scream and holler and get excited, because if you was at the jackpot, if you was at the slot machine, you would hear a bunch of ding, 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 ding at this point, because look, we hit the 3. That's the small, that's the all. It pays 15 in the field. A nickel in the horn gets 75 more, so that's 80 and down. All right, the small gets 350 because we got $10 on it. Boom, there's 350. The all gets 176 for 1. I've got $10 on it. It gets 175 to 1. So it gets 176 times 10. It gets $1,760. So yeah, so there's 1500, 1750, 1760. So ding 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 ding. So boom. So there is what you're shooting for. That is why I've changed dice sets and shot these different hot bets, because even though I was not making a great deal of money from the beginnings of this stuff, and it took me a long time, once you can start getting these dice. Now let's just see. I might be celebrating too good. I know the left dice stayed on axis. 6, 4, 6, 5. Right there, I hit the AC doozy. So I had a single pitch. So that's exactly what I was wanting for, because on a primary it would have been aces. But single pitch, AC doozy. We completed the all tall small on this particular shooter. We went into a great deal of profit now. I'm going to go ahead and take that 1500, and I'm going to pay the house money off. I had $1,000 starting bankroll, so I paid $1,000 back to the house. I owe the house nothing. All this is profits. Now at this point in the time, you know, the dealers will let you, once you complete the all, the dealers will let you re-up. So I would have to re-up because when they've been paying me, the money comes down. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another 30 up. I'm back up for 10, 10, 10. I'm taking my field money down. I'm not shooting that 6-4 set no more. I'm going back to my 3-2. I'm going to put some odds right here. 3, 4, 5 times odds. I got $10, so I can go up to 50 bucks right there. And yeah, we can, this point in time, we can try to finish this shooter. Not finish him out. We can try to see if he can, okay, so this is what we do also. We change this out some. We go to 60 out here on the hops. We increase the 4 and 10 to 30 each. So we're hopping all 6s and 8s for $10 each. And yeah, we're cycling back through now. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. So we had 6, 4, 10. The left dice exploded. We was on a 3, 2, 3, 6 dice set. We got 30 on it. It pays 60 for $1. That 60 is gonna go right back in for our hops. We're starting. So now we're starting over. We're starting our set over for our new ATS. So 3, 2, 3, 6. So here we go. We're trying to hop. We're hopping 6s and 8s for $10 each. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. All right, there's an 8. Our right dicing exploded. 4, 2, 6. We got $10 on it, so it pays us 150. It pays 15 to 1. So 15 times 10 is 150. So basically we have to re-up our 50, our 60 there, we rack 100. We mark our 6. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Still shooting this set. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right, and we got a explosion on the right dice. 7 out. So we 7 out. We lost our money, but we won a great deal from the ATS, and we have to contribute that to the different dice sets, because a standard 3V dice set does not supposed to produce an ATS. So now let's look at a few things here, because I am going to end this session. There's 100, 100, 200, 300, 3 1/4. 375, 475, 480, 483 right there. That's 500. That's 1,000. Hang on. 500. There's 1,000. There's 1,400 and 483. That's 1,883 and 500. So 1,883 plus 500. 2,383. $2,383 profit. 78 rows. So we seen the profit, 2,383 profit. $2,383 profit. $2,383 profits with an all tall small completed. So with all tall small completed, I did hit an all tall small. Had 10 10 10 on it. So now let's go back and look at the rows. So we can go back now and really see more. So SOR out of 80, that was 78 rows. We only have 112. I thought that was the case when I hit that midnight. I thought that was the only one I'd hit all day, so I hit one midnight. Now I shot a 6465 for several rows, so I never could get primary on that, but I did one time. Or I don't even know if I don't even know if the midnight come with the on a primary set. I know when I hit the snake eyes, it was on the primary set, and when I hit the 3 to complete the all tall small, it was a single pitch on axis hit. So that was planned. I mean, that's what you try to do. So 7 sessions basically. It was 7 sessions. I had seven outs. SOR of 11.1. I've had better, but that's not complainable. Hit the all tall small for 10 10 10, so I made a profit of 23.83 time it was all said and done and over with, out of that many rows in that many sessions. The 5 6 followed by the 8 9 and 10 were the most dominant hit numbers. The 5 and the 6, the 8, the 9 and the 10 followed those. So yeah, so overall pretty decent session. SOR was not as high as as I'd like it to be, but hey, it wasn't terrible. It was 11.1. So 23. Let's see. I'm going to put this in the comments. 23.83 profits. With the ATS made, with the all tall small made, and yeah, again, as I said, it was planned because I was changing dice sets, and the way to change the dice set, the way to hit the all tall small without changing dice sets with a 3V. Is sometimes not what you're trying to accomplish. So again, on that note, I appreciate everybody hanging out. We had a decent start out. In the middle of the shooting, it kind of got a little wonky, and then the last couple of sessions, it turned in pretty decent. So yeah, I have to say 11.1 on SOR and 23.83 on profits is not a terrible day. So on that note, Chili from Old Town and Dice are out.